There are, around the world, hundreds of UFO sightings every year.
UFO sightings in the Red Gate area near Deer Lodge has been a hotspot for UFOs and the paranormal, including one Deer Lodge resident who captured something very strange on a trail camera recently.
Deep in the wilds of Montana's Red Gate Forest, hunter Donald Bromley's camera caught something chilling. A strange, gray creature with a big head and long arms, almost ghost-like, appeared in the photo. This place, near Deer Lodge, is known for weird sightings and UFOs. Bromley's camera, hidden in this spooky forest, strangely ran out of battery way too fast. These and more shocking sightings are about to be revealed. Join us as we explore what this man captured, which no one was supposed to see. An alien in disguise. Eyes of Scotland, where strange lights and stories wait. In Scotland, where strange connections are made. The Unknown Triangle. In a place called the Falkirk Triangle, which is a bit like another mysterious place known as the Bermuda Triangle, there are lots of stories and guesses about it being a doorway to another world. People say that in Bonnybridge, the barrier between our world and another is really thin. Thinner than anywhere else in the UK. This makes people believe that Bonnybridge might be a special spot where it's easier to slip from our world into another one. Some folks think that the Falkirk Triangle isn't just a random place with weird happenings, but more like a space road or river that flows right through the area, similar to a real canal nearby, the Forth and Clyde Canal. They imagine it as a path that goes from outer space into the Scottish lowlands. But whether these ideas have any real science behind them is a big question that people often argue about. For a long time, in the Scottish Highlands, there have been stories about mysterious lights floating in the sky that don't seem to have any explanation. A lot of times, people think these lights are caused by natural gases coming from the wet, swampy ground. These gases can light up and create what's known as ghost lights or will-o'-the-wisp, and they're a common part of many spooky stories in Scotland. These floating gas balls are what some people think might explain the sightings of small, flickering lights moving across the land. But even with this explanation for the smaller lights, there are still a lot of stories and reports about bigger and noisier mysterious events that can't be easily explained. These bigger mysteries leave people wondering and asking more questions about what's really going on in the Falkirk Triangle. Is it just natural swamp gases playing tricks on our eyes? Or is there something more unusual and harder to explain happening? The idea that the Falkirk Triangle could be a sort of cosmic highway or a stream connecting our world to another dimension or space is fascinating. It paints a picture of a world that's much more mysterious and magical than we might have thought. While scientists and skeptics might not agree on the explanations for these phenomena, the stories and experiences of those who have witnessed these mysterious lights and events add a rich layer to the folklore and mystery of the Scottish Highlands. Whether it's a gateway to another universe, a natural phenomenon, or something else entirely, the Falkirk Triangle captures the imagination of people worldwide. Thinking about mysterious connections, we learn about the first sighting of flying saucers and the start of UFO stories. 9 bright blue V-shapes.
So are we looking at a shape-shifting UFO here? Or could it be some kind of secret craft developed by a nation?
Research. The story of aliens in Turkey, Haktan Akdogan, a well-known figure in Turkey who studies UFOs and firmly believes in life beyond Earth, founded the Sirius UFO Space Sciences Research Center in 1998. The main goal of this center was to connect with other UFO research groups worldwide and share findings about mysterious flying objects that no one can fully explain. The center aims to prove that humans aren't the only smart beings out there. It works with a diverse team that includes scientists, people who study human societies, airplane pilots, and experts in human behavior, showcasing their collaborative efforts on its online platform. Akdogan also shares stories about people in Turkey and other places being taken away by UFOs for research purposes. This idea that aliens abduct humans for experiments has been a topic of fascination among those who follow UFO stories around the world for many years. Akdogan warns that these aren't ordinary aircraft. He tells tales of individuals who were supposedly lifted into spacecraft by beams of light while they slept, and then subjected to various experiments. Up to this point, there have been about 470 reported UFO sightings in Turkey alone, as per Akdogan's records. He also talks about nearly 120 people in Turkey who these aliens reportedly took. Some of them were said to have been left with alien implants or tiny microchips inside their bodies. There's also this remarkable video that emerged from Turkey, showing what appears to be two alien beings peeking through the window of their spaceship, hovering in the Turkish skies. The figures in the video have the large, teardrop-shaped heads that many of us automatically think of when we imagine what aliens might look like, making the footage even more astonishing. The Turkish government's official stance makes this case even more intriguing. The authorities in Turkey have confirmed the authenticity of this UFO video, lending a significant amount of legitimacy to these claims. This acknowledgement by the government has sparked even more interest and debate among those who follow UFO sightings and believe in extraterrestrial life. The idea that we might not be alone in the universe and the possibility of other intelligent beings visiting our planet has captivated the imagination of many, not just in Turkey, but around the world. This ongoing curiosity about the unknown and the efforts to understand it continue to fuel discussions and research in the field of ufology. But what if you're not? What if there was actual proof, like weird for it to be a person? Plus, they argue that if it was installed in Lubbock. However, many people who witnessed the lights found this explanation hard to believe. They argued that the lights moved too fast to be just birds reflecting light. The debate over what really happened that night in Lubbock continues, with some people convinced it was something more mysterious than birds. This event remains a fascinating topic for those interested in the unknown and the unexplained. After the Texas lights, a new tale in Levelland shows us more nighttime wonders and questions. The Close Encounter in Levelland, Texas. In 1957, something strange happened in Levelland, Texas that would later influence a famous movie scene in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This real-life mystery involved what many thought was an alien spaceship making cars stop working, or even causing them to crash. Imagine facing a mystery that challenges what we know. The Tehran shocking event. The event known as the Tehran Incident happened in Tehran, Iran, on the night of September 19, 1976.